names, this creator who made the game. It is the Investigator and the case of the Chekhov's gun. Of the Chekhov's gun. So, anyways, we're gonna play this one, the last in the series. Let's see what's gonna happen now. It's a duck! Wait. And a dog. Well, Bobcat, what's the details of... Wait a second. You're not Bobcat. Woof. We're gonna try to figure out his name. Nice to meet you, Investigator. My name is Detective. I'm afraid Bobcat can't join you in this particular case, for reasons that will become apparent once I turn on the lights. Why are we sitting in the bad luck duck? Why are we sitting in the... Start speaking like the rock. Dramatic effect, of course. Wait a minute, Investigator. Who's this with you? My apologies, Detective. This is Bad Luck Duck, my sidekick. I'm afraid he's, imperative to the process. My sidekicks take notes and start clues for me. Absolutely essential. First glance, it's apparent suicide. It's an apparent suicide. The individual is known as Bipolar Bear. Not very upstanding citizen. He ran illegal growth. Chekhov brand revolver 22 LR. Long range, I think. It belongs to him, and ballistics match the bullet found in the right side of his head. But there's no suicide note. And well, I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it your famous investigative. Give him a British voice. Investigative skills to find out the rest of yourself. Cause of death was by a gunshot wound to the left temple. No suicide note. This is very sporting of you, Detective. Let's get quickie, Investigator. Oh, poor polar bear. Smoked. The only thing this cigarette ash tells me is that someone needs to buy a bloody ashtray. looks like a commonly prescribed antidepressant.
Well, the dosage on those could tranquilize a horse.
The markings on the packing indicate the last pill was taken at least 5 days ago. The victim wasn't taking medication for his mood stabilization.
Investigator, can you deduce anything from these footprints?
Yes, I can deduce that somebody needs to wipe their feet in the door before they come in.
What's this, Investigator?
It appears to be a summary of an electricity bill.
Well, this could buy a used car.
Catnip plants do need a lot of light. Electricity bill and exorbitant monthly energy bill. It's probably a good thing Bobcat isn't here. Oh, because it's catnip. And cats. Okay. That's funny. Isn't here with us today.
Wait a second.
I think I see what Dog Detective means. If the entry wound is in the right side of his head, why would he be holding the gun in his left hand?
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
Not a suicide. The gun was found held in the victim's right hand. By the way, Dog Detective, did you dust your fingertips? I sure did. None found. None found? Not even the victims? What is investigator? Well, investigator. The gun was found lying next to his right hand.
This was murder. And frankly, a very amateur murder.
No fingerprints were found on the gun, not even the victims.
Odd. There's nothing here but cash.
Cash, the friend of all tax evaders everywhere.
The bipolar bear's cell phone. Drat, it's got a padlock on it.
We can still see the latest notifications. Let's see 3 missed calls, 2 from Facebook, 2 Facebook messages, and an angry text from somebody named Krabby Tabby.
Your latest strand was poop emoji. I want my bank. I want my money bank.
Not a very happy customer. The victim had at least one customer who was with a grudge. Yikes, poor guy.
Yikes, poor guy.
Sorry. Oh wait, didn't read that. As a matter of fact, yes, I went through all the neighbors' reports and yes, as a matter of fact, I went through all the neighbors' reports, though the neighbors' reports and his cell company's records, and obtained a list of suspects who potentially met him in person today. We've rounded them all up. so far on the names, though we'd leave them to the expert interrogation work to you. You be questioning the sleazy Siamese, the craven raven, the irrelevant elephant, and the Krabby Tabby.
Not to worry, Detective. We'll soon crack them open. Right, Investigator?
Bad luck, Duck. Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying? Never mind. Oh, gonna be so sad. Suck at you. Would you boys in the blue please hurry up? Some of us have clients waiting, you know. So, catnip. How do you know the polar bear? No polar bear. We were friends. That's all. Just friends? Let's just say that our friendship was mutually beneficial. Shall we? Exactly how did you benefit? Well, I would occasionally get a handful of catnip. The bipolar bear would occasionally have the pleasure of my company. That sounds vaguely legal. Oh, please, darling. You've got nothing on me. No money ever exchanged because. An expert barely operated on the side of the law. Exchange catnip with bipolar bear in exchange for her company. Visited the victim on the day of his murder, claiming he was ending their arrangement. Clients, huh? Tell me a bit about yourself. I'm sure I don't know what you're insinuating, dear. I'm entirely above board. My clients are simply looking for charming dinner companions to hang on their arm for the night. I see. So do a part-time acting. I also do part-time acting work, darling. I have an agency and everything. I'm sure you do, miss. So, catnip. It's legal now, darling. I'm not sure if what you're trying to prove. I love how I'm just doing like the cigarette holding thing, where you're holding a cigarette thing. Not like holding a cigar, but holding like you're holding a cigarette between your fingers. For her, to do her voice. Well, you're willing to confirm that you obtained catnip from bipolar bear. Yes, although, of course, I'm sure I had no idea he was growing it legally out of his home. Quite unfortunate, really. How about his gun? Oh, wait.
How much is got?
I love how for me, the only way I can do is by plugging my nose.
How about his gun? Were you aware he owned one?
I see him carrying it occasionally. I can say it took particular notice. Folks, if you tell us everything, we can plea a bargaining. We can get you a bargaining plea. The whole works. Flushed. Look, we know you're lying. You might as well spill the beans. electricity bill? Alright, where did you find that? In his basement. I'm not sure how you got a hold of that. The electricity bills by all rights go through me. Oh, so electricity is included in the rent? Like I said, hard times right now. Sometimes you do what you have to attract tenants. Unhappy landlord victim's electricity bill was being paid by his landlord. Help us out, Elephant. Your testimony could be crucial. I'm innocent. I don't know anything. What exactly is your relationship with the bipolar bear? We were just friends. Really good friends. Really? Yeah. We were roommates in college. I swear that's all.
So what were you doing at his apartment today?
What? It's against the law. It's against the law now to visit an old friend. God forbid a guy hangs out with this dude. Have you noticed the bipolar bear acting differently lately? Well, he was a little grouchier maybe. He flew off the handle for no reason, especially at his old friends, who was just trying to help a guy out. He was just trying to help the guy out. You seem to be referring to someone specific. So what if I am? I would hardly peg you as a catnip inhabitor. Well, of course I don't eat that stuff myself. I know better than to or never mind. Silently stare at the raven. Fine, I confess, me and my polar bear had a business partnership. Alright, he grew goods, and I found out that the customers collected payments. I was the middleman. I never touched the junk, I swear. Okay, I see you're a real tough sell. Maybe he found out. Now I can see you're a real tough sell. Maybe he found out that I was skimming a bit extra off the top. We had a bit of a shouting match today, so what? I didn't kill him, I swear. have time for this. We need better information than this, friend. Hi. Yes? I don't know nothing, I swear. So, would you blue boys hurry up? Some of us have clients waiting. You know? Okay, so we already asked her all this stuff. No, you're lying. No, cooks. I do like a bargain. Very well. I'll tell you the truth. The bipolar bear had called me today, wanting to discuss a personal matter. Turns out he was looking to settle down with a long-term partner and wanted to end our arrangement. Unless it didn't bother you.
Aw, you liked each other.
Heavens no. I have no particular attachment to my friends. All broken up. Oh, he lost it. Victim had just ended his relationship with the sleazy Siamese. So that's probably why he was taking antidepressants. I think it was the crow. Still got to talk to him. She could be lying.
She could be lying. She looks pretty proud to be.
You're lying. Oh, really, dear? How terribly amateur. You're more than welcome to speak to my agency lawyers. Then, on the matter, I think we ought to drop this line of questioning. Help us out with your testimony. Oh, well, as long as I can give honest testimony. I can give an honest testimony. As a matter of fact, I let myself in to fix the plumbing, the bathroom. I caught the Craven Raven. I caught the Craven Raven as he was leaving. He looked really upset about something after I was done. I locked up the door behind me, and that was when I caught the Krabby Tabby sulking around in the bushes. That's very helpful. Thank you. So, Krabby Tabby on the property. I don't like the tone of your voice, mister. Sir, please calm down. Don't ask me to calm down. I am calm. Well, this is a waste of my time. I don't understand how you can detain me like this for no good reason. You brought catnip from the bipolar grid, didn't you? Hey man, it's medical. I have a prescription. How long have you been buying catnip from the deceased? About a year here, I suppose.
Out of curiosity, did you know he owned a gun?
I hadn't the least idea. I'm not close friends with him or anything, sorry. Give us an account of your movements. Oops. No. I don't know what I said. What do you want me to say? He gave me a low quantity purchase. Low quantity merchandise. Oh, he was mad. I think it was because of him, and that made that guy mad, and then he killed the guy. But it was by mistake. I demanded a refund, and the guy was mad, and then they got into a fight, and he killed him. So I don't think it was him. I actually think it was him. He just got into a fight, and they killed him. What do you want me to say? Simple business transaction. You seem pretty upset about it, though. Like I said, this stuff is medical, alright? Are you always
this angry about things?
Look, I type in all caps because it's easier to read, okay? Give us an account of your movements all day. Fine. I went to the store around 10 in the morning, came back at 11, cooked some lunch, sat around the post-physical comments, sat around and posted on vitrologic comments on YouTube and other internet forums for a few hours. At 3, I left to go see Bipolar Bear to complain about and ask for a refund. You actually saw the deceased at this point. No. I rang the doorbell several times and there wasn't any reply. After 5 minutes of waiting there, I left and went back home. And after that, I watched Next Vlog all day until I got a call asking me to come to the station. So I do think it's the Craven Raven. Tell us just truth, maybe we'll be able to put you in a witness protection program. I already told you everything I know. Bribery won't help you here.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Look, we have the evidence proving you were on the crime scene. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Alright, fine. After ringing the doorbell 1,000 times, I just let myself in. The door wasn't locked or anything. But he said he locked the door. Look, I'm telling you the truth this time. That if he was dead already when I walked in. What did you do at that point? Fine. I went through his wallet and took my money back. I wasn't stealing, alright? I could have taken all of it if I wanted. Actually, that still steal. Thank you for your testimony. Sorry, I skipped it over. It's like, no, it's not. The landlord said he... Alright. Alright, boys. Clear as mud. What did I say? Alright, boys. What the fuck did that come from? Clear as mud. At least one of them, or maybe all of them, is lying. You know, I'm starting to think
the detective work isn't all that's quacked up to be.
Bad luck, duck. Do you know you keep saying quack instead of crack?
What are you talking about? I just wasn't sure.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if you were aware.
Are you sure you're not Quacker's investigator?
I need a drink. Then he be gaslighting me. Dog detective. Focus, investigators. We need to find the murderer. Yes, of course, dog detective. Suspects, background checks. Yes, of course. Dog detective, have the suspects background checks come in? Yes, sir. Yes. It confirms my suspicions perfectly. But as usual, I like to let my sidekick show me up every once in a while. Bad luck, Duck. Could you do me the honors of whacking the case? I was born already. So, he said he locked the door. He said he was arguing. I don't think it was her. I just think she just broke up. He just took her money back because the wallet was filled. You were arguing, but you left. I think it was him. Good intuition. Let's break it down. First, we can wash out the sleazy, because she was never actually at the scene of the crime, as confirmed by our interrogator. So the sleazy Siamese, um, Siamese interrogation. So we were right. Um, Also, her motive was fair weak.
People kill for love all the time.
Yes, but the Siamese is too careful to um and mercenary about emotion to let it rule her. Next, we can rule out the Craven Raven. His personality type is conniving enough to steal, but far too cowardly to attempt a murder. Even if he was caught in the act, he he would have been far more likely to turn a tail and run, which sounds like he did, than relate fight or flight, than to retail fight or flight, and he's a bird.
I resent the species stereotyping investigator.
Our final two suspects have a strong motivators of all money. At first, I almost ruled out the irrelevant elephant. He seemed innocent onlooker, victim of a bad tenant and Crocless deal, and the Krabby Tabby struck me as particularly cold-blooded, and it takes a certain single-minded indifference to rob a dead man. But the more irrelevant Elephant talked, the more suspicious I got. He was already in financially tight waters, um, and now he had to foot an unusually large electricity bill. I'm sure he finally got fed up and made his way down to confront the bipolar bear. Finding upon the grow op he was in and seized. In an outfit of rage, he used the victim's own gun against him to leave against him, leaving no fingerprints. After all, he was using his trunk. Um, After realizing his crime, he clumsily tried to flame the scene as a suicide. That's not what I thought, because this man said he locked the door, and this thing said he was unlocked.
But Why? Why just evict him? Why not just evict him?
As you might have seen, the irrelevant elephant has a history of terrible anger management. Yeah, and that's another thing he was also was that he was mad. So that was another one of the reasons why I just if I told you that the medication we found at the scene ago was not the bipolar bears. What? As you noted previously, the dosage was far too high for a bear, but it was high enough for an elephant. All right, investigator, you convinced me. Let's go in and make the arrest. Irrelevant elephant, you have the right to remain silent. No! I won't let you lock me up. We need backup. Elephant resisting arrest. I repeat, elephant resisting arrest.
Help! He's coming my way!
If I'm going down, I'll take you with me.
Quick!
Bad luck, Duck. He's going to trample you flat. You're gonna get trampled flat. Men, apprehend this murderer. I'll see you in, I'll see you get life for this, you madman. I'm so sorry, investigator. I can't believe we didn't see this coming. It's not your fault, dog detective. Perhaps we just didn't want to acknowledge that elephant in the room. Where's the music? The bad luck duck. I mean, it's kind of in his name. Anyways, that's the whole series. It was so silly. This is a silly game. Of course, always the people have to die, but it was so funny. I love that. That was cute. Oh my god, that was so silly. Again, almost 40 minutes. These games are so silly. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I may play another game, might find one. Who knows? Maybe a horror game? Maybe. I don't know. I'll set this up on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, these games are so cute. I love them so much. I hope